The Burning Crusade is known for a lot of things, but arguably it's the daily hub system that has had the longest impact on WoW as a whole. I guess it's finally time we do a guide on how to get started in one of these famous collections of quests.
I present to you the new mount in classic TBC. Don't look at me. We talked about this. Don't look at me so confused. You don't want to be a mount? Fine. You can't be in the video. Too expensive a mount anyway. Hello and welcome, I am Zabraxi. Today we're going to go over how to unlock the SKETTIS Daily Hub, and we're going to do the entire Terokk questline. Now, keep in mind, at the time that I'm recording this video, we don't know exactly how Classic TBC is going to go and be launched, and what phase sequence it'll take. This information is only valid if we're in a 2.1 phase, essentially. SKETTIS opens then, so if it's before that, sorry, this video is kind of worthless unless you want to have fun and watch it anyway. But if you're looking for the actual how-to, then you're just going to have to wait until 2.1. But without further ado, let's go.
So you've made it through the leveling process, you finally hit level 70, and now you want to start making some gold through some super easy daily quests. Well, first things first, you gotta get your wings. Once you are level 70 and you have your epic ground mount training, Neutral, the neutral flight master in Shatrath, will give you a quest to go learn flying training. This quest will take you to Shadowmoon Valley, more specifically, it'll take you to Wildhammer Stronghold for the Alliance, or Shadowmoon Village for the Horde. Talk to your trainer, buy your flying, buy your mount, and now you're good to actually start. Return yourself back to Shatrath and find Eula, the recruitment officer next to the flight master. Apparently, she already knows that you want to join the Skyguard, which is either awkwardly prophetic or a bit presumptuous. Take the Threat from Above quest so you can prove your mettle by, slaying 20 ogres in the Barrier Hills. Despite the fact that you've clearly killed over like 100 ogres easy on your road to 70 so far, apparently you have to do it again, but in a slightly greener area than before. Fly your way up to the Barrier Hills, which is located just north of the Aldor's Rise in Shatrath City. Keep in mind that you don't actually need flying to get here. If you want to be lazy and abuse a warlock, you can have them summon you. So if you have one, go for it. Just don't bother tipping that warlock because you're going to want to save that gold for mage portals, absolutely. Across the Barrier Hills, go ahead and kill your 20 Gordonai ogres. There are some elite mobs named Gordonai Soul Reapers that have pretty large patrol paths and will absolutely mess you up if you're playing solo. Once you've added another 20 ogre skulls to your belt of hundreds, return to Eula. You can now pick up the aptly named quest to SKETTIS. So hop on that flying mount and make your way over to the southeastern portion of Terokk Forest, just south of the Illyrian Stronghold, which, by the way, I literally just realized is named after Illyria Windrunner, so don't mind me, I'm just about 13 years behind. High and elevated in the cliffside, you'll find a lit-up runway known as Blackwind Landing. Make your way over to Sky Sergeant Doran, turn in your quest, and, well, mostly congratulations. From here is where your daily quests basically begin. Pick up the quest, Fires over SKETTIS from Doran, and then Hungry Nether Rays from Skyguard Handler Dsac, whose name is, like, just almost inappropriate. I almost need to censor myself, but it's not quite. These are very easy and very quick. For Hungry Nether Rays, simply fly to the southern west of SKETTIS and use a cage to summon a Nether Ray, kill some Blackwind Warp Chasers. Just be sure they're the Warp Chasers, specifically, not the Warp Stalkers. Now, hop on your flying mount and use the bomb you were given in order to blow the eggs up off of the SKETTIS rooftops. While you're doing this quest, you can also keep an eye out for an NPC known as the Skyguard Prisoner, who can spawn at these locations I'm showing now. It's a very simple escort quest that is fast and super easy money. Once done, return back to the Blackwind Landing, turn all your quests in, and congratulations, you've now completed the daily portion of SKETTIS. These quests, Fire over SKETTIS and Escape from SKETTIS with the Prisoner, are daily and reward a super easy 24 gold for really minimal effort. While there are other daily quests that reward Skyguard Rep as well, those are connected to the Orgrilla Daily Hub, but we'll have to go over those in a separate video as they require an entirely separate process to unlock. Outside gold, the SKETTIS Daily Hub provides you with Shatari Skyguard Rep, which I just mentioned, which you can purchase some goods from the Quartermaster here in Blackwind Landing. Available for purchase is the Nether Ray Mini Pet, some situationally epic trinkets that can be actually pretty stellar if you know how to take advantage of them, some capes that have a slow fall enchant tied to an on-use effect, which is pretty cool, and of course the real reason most people will do this, the Nether Ray mounts themselves, which are all displayed around to you.
For those of you only interested in unlocking the daily hub as a whole, this is it. You're good to go. You can peace out. I'm not offended. I get it. For those of you who do want to get an item that can turn you into a bird and some crappy blues, let's go. We got some more we can do because now we must continue on to the Terokk questline. I was going to make a bird noise, but I kind of wimped out, I'll be honest.
The NPC named Severin has a quest available called World of Shadows. This is super straightforward as it just requires you to venture into SKETTIS, kill some Arakoa, and collect 6 Shadow Dust. Spoilers, you're going to need more than this later, so don't hesitate to kill every Arakoa along the way during this quest line. Your goal is probably 18 Shadow Dust at least, but you may need more depending on how well you play. Go turn this back in with Severin and he will give you an Elixir of Shadows. You'll also be able to trade in 6 Shadow Dust for an Elixir as a repeatable, so feel free to grab as many as you want, but I'd recommend at least 3 Elixirs. Grab the quest Secrets of the Talon Priests. Head back into SKETTIS. You're going to want to use an Elixir of Shadows to see the spirit of Arakoa around the area. The 3 priests that you're going to kill are among the huts in the trees at these locations. Simply fly in and kill each of the priests, specifically Talon Priest Shal, Talon Priest Shazik, and Talon Priest Zelig. Talon Priest Ishal will also drop an item called Ishal's Almanac, which will start the quest Ishal's Almanac. I mean, good naming, Blizzard, but it's easy enough. This is the real purpose, actually, for killing these 3 mobs. Once we've killed the 3 Talon Priests, return back to Blackwind Landing, turn in both quests, and now pick up the newly available An Ally in Lower City quest. Simply head to the Lower City in Shattrath, turn in this quest into Rylak the Redeemed, accept Countdown to Doom, and then head back to Blackwind Landing. Ah, there we are. There's some of that good old classic waste of your time loop quests. My favorite. Once you've turned in Countdown to Doom, you can accept Hazik's Bargain. Finally! This is where things actually start to get a bit more interesting. It's at this time I'd recommend starting to find a group for the final part of this quest line, as you're only a few quests away, and trust me, these last 2 quests can get incredibly tricky to solo, and the last one it's basically impossible to solo without some serious overgearing, so it's best to start looking for party members now. Hazik's package can be found in the eastern end of SKETTIS. Locate this hut, clear the mobs inside, and click on the quest item on the floor. It's that straightforward and easy. Now head back to Hazik, turn this in, and now accept a Shabby Disguise. You'll receive an item called a Shabby Arakoa Disguise, it's a good name, which you'll use in a moment here. Make your way to the island in the center of the pond and use this disguise item. Congratulations, you're now a fierce green bird. This has all been worth it. In the small hut on the island, you'll find a neutral mob named Sahak, who sells an item called Adversarial Bloodlines for a few gold. Toss a few coin to your Arakoa and make your way back to Hazik once more. If you've been killing Arakoa constantly while doing this questline, as I mentioned to do earlier, you should notice that you have some of these items called Time Lost Scrolls. When you accepted the new quest from Hazik called Adversarial Blood, from the item Adversarial Blood, Blizzard, come on, get some creativity here. You'll now know what you need these for. Now is definitely the time you're gonna want that party, by the way, as you need a total of 40 of these scrolls to complete this quest. You must go to these 4 skull piles at these locations in SKETTIS, and with at least 10 time lost scrolls in your inventory, interact with the skull pile. You'll be asked which of the 4 bosses you would like to spawn. Be careful, by the way. You absolutely can summon the same boss twice and below 10 scrolls. Kinda like how I did during this recording for this video, by the way. Thankfully, your party can also summon other bosses you need, so the 40 that you need is across all party members. If 4 of you each summon a different boss, that's good. Clear any surrounding mobs, kill all 4 of these elite mobs after they are summoned, and prepare for the final part of this revenge quest. After returning to Hazik, one last time, a new quest opens from Sky Commander Adaris. You will have received an item called the Time Lost Offering as a reward from the last quest, and you're gonna need that now. If you don't have a full group, seriously, definitely try and round out some of those missing members. You can do this with a party of 3, but the mob you're about to fight has a ton of health. Well, make your way to the middle island of the pond again, and you'll see another skull pile. With the Time Lost Offering in your bags, click on the skull pile to summon the Arakoa menace himself, Terokk. Keep in mind that if you do fail this encounter and no one in your party has another Time Lost Offering, you'll have to do the repeatable quest from Hazik to acquire another one. Once Terrok is summoned and his spirit breaks through the fabric of the reality into this world, it's time to unleash everything you have on him. Terrok has a very large amount of HP and would normally take quite a long time to kill. Terrok does a mean Shadow Bolt volley for around 1.5 to 2k damage, so having a paladin or priest with some shadow resistance could be incredibly helpful here. Throughout the fight, a random player will be called out by Terrok as the Chosen One. When that person receives the debuff, they will double in size and double their damage and healing, so try and time your CDs for this. However, while someone has this debuff, everyone else in your party has reduced damage and reduced healing, so be very careful. Finally, at 25% HP, Terokk will throw up an immunity shield, preventing damage from any attacks. What you'll want to do is drag him over a blue smoke marker on the ground. The Shatari Sky Guards that are flying around the area will drop some bombs on Terokk to break the shield. Pump as much damage into him as you possibly can, because now he will frenzy, increasing all of his damage and the rate at which he casts Shadow Bolt volleys. If he is still alive after this brief period of time that you have the opportunity, Terokk will then become immune again. Rinse and repeat with the blue smoke markers until he finally falls over. After this epic battle, you can return back to hand in the quest that now everything is safe. But the rewards from this quest that you just did are pretty subpar overall. However, another reason to kill Terokk is for far more than just these quest turn-ins. He has two pretty decent epic capes that can drop, being Terokk's Might and Terokk's Wisdom. Also, the Brooch of the Immortal King can drop, which can help you get into that defense cap for Heroics or Karazhan. Finally, the Time Lost figurine is a trinket that allows you to turn into that Eriko at any time, so who wouldn't want to be a big bird?
Phew, that's it. That was my first ever official guide on this channel, so hopefully it didn't suck. If you did like the video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. We've got more design discussions, some more just classic TBC stuff to talk about, WoW in general, and more guides along the way, so I have a massive list planned. So there's a plenty to come. So hit that sub so you don't miss out on anything. If you didn't like the video, thumbs down the heck out of it and tell me that I suck. I love those. Those are my favorite. And if you thought just maybe for a guide video that I could do something a little bit different, maybe something a little better, please leave that feedback below. I'm also always trying to make better things for you all. So thank you. Thank you in general just for spending your time with me. So with that's it. That's all I got. So good luck farming your nether rays. Good luck getting some extra gold. Without further ado, I have nothing more to do. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!